you ever wondered how the Egyptian empire rose to power, constructed awe-inspiring pyramids, and ruled for millennia before its eventual collapse? The story of Egypt is one of great achievement and slow decline, shaped by its unique geography, powerful pharaohs, and shifting fortunes. The foundation of ancient Egypt was built along the Nile River, a lifeline that stretched through the desert. Unlike other civilizations, Egypt had a natural advantage, thanks to the annual flooding of the Nile, which deposited rich soil perfect for agriculture. This allowed Egyptians to grow abundant crops, support a growing population, and establish a stable economy. The fertile land provided the Egyptians with wealth, while the river itself served as an efficient means of transportation, linking the entire empire. Over time, small communities settled along the river, and by around 3100 BCE, King Menes united Upper and Lower Egypt into one powerful kingdom, establishing the first of many dynasties that would rule Egypt for over 3,000 years. Egypt's golden age began during the Old Kingdom, when the construction of the Great Pyramids of Giza became one of the most iconic achievements in history. These enormous tombs were built to honor pharaohs like Khufu, whose pyramid is still one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. During this period, Egypt was a powerful, centralized state, governed by the pharaoh, who was not just the king, but also considered a living god. However, after the fall of the Old Kingdom, Egypt entered a period of instability known as the First Intermediate Period. The Middle Kingdom, 2055 to 1650 BCE, marked Egypt's recovery from chaos. Rulers like Amenemhat II worked to stabilize the country, and Egypt expanded into neighboring territories. Art and literature flourished, and Egypt saw the construction of massive fortresses and trade routes, bringing in wealth from distant lands. Yet this prosperity didn't last, and by the time of the Second Intermediate Period, Egypt faced its next challenge: the invasion of the Hyksos, a foreign Semitic people who ruled much of Egypt for a century. The Hyksos introduced the horse-drawn chariot to Egypt, a military innovation that would later benefit the Egyptians. But it was during the New Kingdom, 1550 to 1070 BCE, that Egypt became an empire, reaching its peak. Pharaohs like Hatshepsut, one of Egypt's few female rulers, expanded trade routes and commissioned incredible architectural works, including her grand mortuary temple at Deir el-Bahari. Thutmose III, her stepson, built upon this foundation, leading military campaigns into Syria, Canaan, and Nubia, significantly expanding Egypt's borders. The most famous Egyptian pharaoh, Ramses II, also known as Ramses the Great, ruled during this period and was a skilled warrior. His reign, lasting 66 years, saw the expansion of Egypt's influence in the Eastern Mediterranean and the signing of the first peace treaty in history with the Hittites after the Battle of Kadesh. Ramses also constructed monumental temples like the Abu Simbel, with colossal statues of himself standing guard over the river. However, the power of Egypt was built on a foundation that, over time, began to crack. Economic decline, driven by overexpansion, the depletion of resources, and internal corruption, gradually weakened the empire. Egypt's vast wealth depended on agriculture, which was highly vulnerable to disruptions. Droughts, famine, and a weakening of trade routes led to a slow decline in Egypt's wealth. Egypt also began to face external threats. During the Third Intermediate Period, 1070 to 664 BCE, Egypt was divided and ruled by weaker pharaohs. Various groups, including the Libyans and Nubians, took advantage of the internal instability. The once mighty Egyptian military could no longer protect its vast borders from invasions. The Assyrians from Mesopotamia launched a devastating attack in the 7th century BCE, and they succeeded in bringing Egypt under their control. However, Egypt's independence was briefly restored under the Nubian pharaohs during the 25th dynasty. Yet Egypt's golden age was gone for good. In the 6th century BCE, the Persians conquered Egypt, and the country was eventually absorbed into the vast Persian Empire. But Egypt's decline continued under successive foreign rulers, including the Greeks. In 332 BCE, Alexander the Great conquered Egypt, marking the end of its independence. Alexander's successors, the Ptolemies, ruled Egypt as a Greek dynasty, but Egypt was never the same. It was during this time that Cleopatra VII, the last of the Ptolemaic rulers, tried to revive Egypt's former glory, but her efforts were ultimately in vain. After her death in 30 BCE, Egypt became a province of the Roman Empire, marking the definitive end of the Egyptian Empire. Although the Egyptian Empire fell, its legacy still resonates around the world today. The pyramids, temples, and other monumental structures continue to inspire awe. Hieroglyphics, the written language of ancient Egypt, has provided us with insight into their society, religion, and culture. The influence of ancient Egypt can be seen in everything from architecture and art to astronomy and medicine. The Egyptian Empire may have fallen, but its remarkable achievements and deep cultural legacy continue to shape our understanding of human history. From its golden age to its gradual decline and eventual absorption by foreign powers, Egypt's story is a testament to the rise and fall of civilizations. Its pyramids may no longer be used as tombs for pharaohs, but they will forever stand as silent witnesses to the greatness of Egypt's ancient past.